Welcome to College Recruiter, where we believe that every student and recent grad deserves a great career. My name is Anna Peters, and today I'm with Joanne Meehl, who is the president and primary job coach and career consultant at Joanne Meehl Career Services. She has over 20 years of experience in job search consulting and helping her clients succeed in making good career choices.
Yes.
So Joanne is also part of College Recruiter's panel of experts, which is made up of professionals around the country with top-notch advice for recruiters and HR professionals or for entry-level job seekers like Joanne. So today, Joanne will be sharing with us her insight into how to create and market a resume that will land you a job or an internship.
Yes.
So, Joanne, thank you for being with us.
It's such fun, and I truly mean it when I say it's great to be here. It really is. So I love helping new seniors and new grads. So let's get going.
Great. So why don't we start with a few ground rules, just to ease ourselves into the conversation. What are a few solid rules for a college student or a recent grad to count on when they're writing their resume?
Okay, so thinking of a resume as not so much as a document, but as a database, believe it or not. And you're going to use one template, it's your own, but you're going to customize this for every employer that you send it out to. And why is that? It's because the employer believes that their job, of course, is the most important one in the world, and they want to make sure that you know that what it is that they want. So the resume has to be customized for them, but think of it as a database that you want to repeat certain keywords throughout. It's not a term paper that has a beginning, a middle, and an end. It's really a database. It can be one page or two, depending on your length of experience, internships, and projects that you've done. One page is very common for new grads, but it really needs to be. You need to think of it as repeating those keywords, and thinking of it as a database, whether it's a human being reading it or it's a system reading it. I guess another rule would be that you want to make sure you're talking about what you can do. Not what you've just learned, but what you can do. What are some things you've done, whether it's internship, paid or volunteer work you've done, at home or with your church or in the community where you're going to school. There's a variety of things. So don't think it has to be only paid. There are many people out there who, I have a friend who years ago ran for office and became really good at city and town budgets. And then he started applying what he learned in those things to his job and became a VP of admin and finance in his company, strictly from doing other things. And that's something you can do, of course, later on in life. But so there's all kinds of things you can be doing that will lend itself to adding to your skills.
And I think that's an important reminder, because so many students feel like they see that loop where, well, all the jobs ask for experience, and how am I supposed to get experience if I don't have a job? And how do I get a job if I don't have any experience? And so the volunteering somewhere is really good, a really good tip.
It really is. It teaches you a lot about self-discipline. It's humbling at times. If you're working with people who are less fortunate than yourself, you realize how fortunate you are. But also you're learning some discipline and working with other people, and you're gaining some skills, and you're working with some super people who are great connections in your network too. So volunteering, and that truly is, it's how do I get experience if no one will give it to me, that kind of thing. And I think sometimes you have to step up for it and be aggressive about it, meaning ask not just once or twice, but keep going back to someone who's giving you a maybe, for example. So getting that experience doing it that way. And again, volunteering, even at a company, if there's something you can do for the company. I even have people, I suggest that they will show up at a work site, for example, at Habitat for Humanity. I don't mean just show up. You do have to sign up for these things. But when you do show up after signing up for it and trying to get on the same day as companies that are being there, that are there, then you can be mixing with the people who work there and learning about the company while you're helping somebody get a new home. So there's all kinds of ways of doing that.
So there's a point that you made earlier about tweaking your resume or tailoring it, I think you said, for every single job. And I think that students and grads hear that a lot, but it's a hard pill to swallow because it's a lot of work. Every single job I have to tailor my resume to. So can you explain why that's important?
Sure. It's important because, as I said earlier, companies and organizations think that their opening is the most important in the world. But it's also that they are super busy at the receiving end where they're getting resumes, and they're really only concerned about their little world and what's important to them. So your resume has to speak to the things that are that they mention. Like I said, repeat some of the keywords. Of course, they have to be true of you, but this is important for that reason alone, is that they want to see how you match their job. You are screened out either by the human being or by the applicant tracking system if there's no perceived match. So if it's like whoop, going like this, then they have 20 other resumes that are sitting right in front of them or on the screen in front of them that they have to get through in 10 minutes. So the pressure is on for them to be producing and getting candidates to people inside, the hiring managers and so forth. So don't think that they're sitting leisurely with a cup of coffee looking over every resume. They're not. They're really hectic pace, and there's an awful lot of resumes coming in. So you have to compete.
Yeah.
So that's another reason.
Great. Well, I think we'll leave it at that for today, but we have a link to Joanne's website on our blog, and we will check in with Joanne again to hear a little bit more about resumes. So please do read the blog post to hear more insight, and watch our next video to hear from Joanne again. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks. Bye-bye, Anna.